Hello, and welcome to Japan Beyond Borders channel. In this video, we will delve into significant societal issues that Japan grapples with. In today's world, various challenges impact our lives. So, what comes to mind when you think about societal issues in Japan? Issues like overwork, the aging population, declining birth rates, gender inequality, and natural disasters. These topics might touch upon somewhat somber aspects, but they are crucial and unavoidable when discussing Japan. Confronting these challenges and collectively contemplating solutions is vital for our society. Let's approach these societal issues from different angles and shed light on them. First, let's delve into a grave issue in Japan: overwork and its far-reaching consequences. Have you heard of the term karoshi? Karoshi simply means death by overwork. It refers to sudden deaths due to rapid health deterioration, such as brain or heart failure, resulting from excessive long hours and overtime. Recently, the term karoshi has made its way into English dictionaries and is now recognized worldwide. The line that defines overwork is often set at working overtime for 80 hours per month. This is because exceeding this line increases the likelihood of establishing a causal relationship between working hours and the onset of brain or heart conditions. You might think, I'd rather not work at all than work to the point of contemplating suicide. So why does overwork become such a critical issue? Those who succumb to overwork often have a strong sense of responsibility or are unable to make sound judgments due to depression, making it hard to grasp the situation without putting oneself in their shoes. One significant factor is Japan's ingrained corporate culture. By culture, it's not something beautiful, but rather the normalization of statements like, work 24/7 until you die, or once you commit, don't let go even if it kills you, openly propagated within the company, from executives to regular employees, creating an atmosphere where this is considered normal. If an employee unfortunate enough to be part of such a company succumbs to overwork, the executive will invariably state, it's a matter of personal responsibility, implying the company holds no blame. Unfortunately, there are still many such companies in Japan. Moreover, Japan's cultural characteristic, relationship-based culture, worsens the situation. This culture involves constantly judging, while being considerate of the other person's feelings and position. Regardless of the severity, it is challenging to decline work due to reasons like, I'm not the only one suffering, or if I take a break, I'll burden everyone else's, or we can't afford to keep our business partners waiting, which are deeply ingrained thoughts due to this culture. Next, let's discuss the accelerating aging population in Japan. Are you familiar with Japan's aging population ratio? In 1950, the population aged 65 and over accounted for less than 5% of the total population, but by 1994, it had surpassed 14%. The aging ratio has continued to rise, and currently, as of 2023, the aging ratio for those 65 and older is said to exceed 29.0%. Why has aging advanced to such an extent? Japan's aging is progressing due to factors such as extended lifespans, due to advancements in medical care, and a decrease in birth rates, which will be explained in detail in the next section, making Japan a super-age society. So, what problems does this pose to Japanese society? The major issues arising from aging are economic growth and the social security system. Economic growth is influenced by the working age population, but with the progression of aging, the working age population is decreasing rapidly. Social security systems like pensions and elder care rely on this working age population. In addition to the decline in the working age population, the increase in the elderly population will result in a decrease in the percentage of the working age population within the total population. Therefore, the decline in the working age population will lead to a contraction of the domestic market, resulting in a decrease in attractiveness as an investment destination and a decline in growth potential in various fields like the economy. Regarding the impact on the social security system, the number of working-age individuals supporting one elderly person was 11.2 in 1960, 7.4 in 1980, and 2.4 in 2014, highlighting an increase in the burden per person as aging progresses. If this continues, by 2060, approximately one person of working age will support one elderly person, leading to a breakdown in the balance between benefits and burdens related to Social Security, primarily focusing on medical and elder care expenses. Next, let's talk about the declining birth rate issue in Japan, which is an unavoidable societal problem that is also one of the causes of Japan's aging society, as mentioned earlier. Do you know how low Japan's birth rate is? The birth rate, which is an indicator of the number of children a woman gives birth to, has been steadily decreasing in Japan since around 1973, when it was over 2.0. Currently, as of 2023, it has declined to 1.26. Why has it decreased so much? The major causes of Japan's declining birth rate include the progression of unmarried and delayed marriage, changing attitudes of young people towards marriage and childbirth, significant economic burdens related to childcare, persistent gender wage gaps, and the substantial burden on women for childcare and household chores. Due to these reasons, the birth rate is declining and population decline is occurring. So, what kind of impact will this continued population decline have on Japanese society? The impact of population decline is primarily twofold, similar to the impact of aging, focusing on economic growth and the social security system. Regarding the impact on economic growth, it is feared that a decrease in the working-age population, coupled with an increase in the proportion of elderly individuals who often prefer part-time work, could lead to a decrease in labor supply. This, along with a decrease in the savings rate due to an increase in retirees who are believed to dip into their savings, could suppress investments and hinder the rise in labor productivity. Furthermore, as the population ages with fewer children being born, the burden on social security systems, like pensions for the younger generation, is expected to increase. If the current situation persists, there are grim predictions that the net income of workers could decrease. Next, let's address the issue of gender inequality in Japan, which is a concerning problem. Japan tends to lag behind advanced countries like the United States, Germany, and France in achieving gender equality. Now, let's examine some instances of gender inequality in Japan. First, we have discriminatory remarks by politicians. Japan's political sphere is dominated by men, and the proportion of female parliamentarians in the House of Representatives remains at a mere 9.7%. Despite initiatives like work-style reforms and laws promoting women's participation, it's difficult to claim that truly gender-neutral politics are being practiced. In 2007, the then Minister of Health, Labor, and Welfare referred to women as childbearing machines, and in 2019, the Minister of the Olympics urged women to please have about 3 children, both remarks drawing significant criticism from the public and media. These comments belittled women facing economic challenges to have children and those dealing with physical issues. Next, there's the issue of solo parenting by women. This entails handling work, household chores, and childcare alone, a scenario seen frequently in Japan. While maternity and childcare leaves are available, many households still predominantly assign household chores and childcare responsibilities to women. In Japan, the belief that household chores and childcare are the responsibility of women remains deeply ingrained. Another aspect is the gender wage gap. According to the OECD, the global average score for the gender wage gap is 11.9, while Japan stands at 22.1, nearly twice the average. This not only threatens women's economic freedom, but is also a concern from a gender equality standpoint, indicating a pressing issue that needs to be addressed. The domestic gender wage gap, as of 2021, reveals that women earn only about 75.2% of what men do when the average male earnings are considered 100. To put it in perspective, if a man receives a salary of 100,000 yen, a woman in a comparable position would receive about 75,000 yen. Lastly, let's discuss the frequent occurrence of large-scale natural disasters in Japan. When you think of common natural disasters in Japan, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's earthquakes, isn't it? One prominent event that left a lasting impression is the Great East Japan Earthquake that occurred on March 11, 2011. Apart from the earthquake itself, the resulting tsunami caused extensive damage, resulting in over 20,000 deaths and missing persons. Additionally, Japan faces other disasters such as volcanic eruptions, typhoons, heavy rain, floods, and landslides. Why does Japan experience so many disasters? The reason is well known. Japan possesses numerous geographical conditions that make it susceptible to natural disasters. First, regarding earthquakes and volcanic activity, The Earth's surface is composed of several large plates known as tectonic plates. The Japanese archipelago is located at a point where 4 of these plates collide. There is no other place in the world where so many plates converge. Hence, earthquakes and volcanic activity are prevalent in Japan. Moreover, Japan lies in the pathway of typhoons. In the southeastern waters of Japan, tropical depressions, which are the precursors to typhoons, tend to form easily. These tropical depressions evolve into typhoons and regularly make their way to Japan, influenced by upper atmospheric winds and summer pressure patterns. Typhoons bring heavy rain and can intensify the activity of weather fronts, resulting in torrential rain. Given that 70% of Japan's land is mountainous terrain, rivers have steep gradients and fast flows, making the region prone to flooding. The active tectonic movements form complex and unstable topography and geology. Coupled with a temperate and rainy climate, this makes landslides more likely to occur. Hence, we, the Japanese people, need to be prepared for these disasters on a regular basis. So far, we've delved into the various complex social issues that Japan grapples with, exploring their intricate backgrounds and repercussions. However, these social issues do not eclipse the overall allure and potential of Japan. Japan is a country with an abundance of attractions, including its rich nature, ancient history and culture, passed down through generations, and cutting-edge technological innovations. Moreover, numerous individuals and organizations are addressing these social issues and striving to change the future. To our viewers, visiting Japan not only allows you to experience its captivating aspects, but also provides an opportunity to learn about Japan's societal challenges. Each one of us can contribute to problem solving and bring about positive change. Japan is a land of undiscovered wonders, and by fostering an interest in Japan and visiting, you can gain new perspectives. We hope by discovering the charm and potential of Japan, you will become inspired to play a part in shaping the future together. Thank you very much for watching till the end. On this channel, we introduce various aspects of Japanese culture, traditions, and customs. And if you found this interesting, please hit the subscribe button. In the next video, let's explore the charm of Japan and learn and enjoy together. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.